Hello everybody, I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you will not regret it. If you're a returning subscriber, as always, guys, welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. Guys, listen, some news, whether you consider it good news or so-so news, has came out on a historical level. Today, the woman pictured up here, Carolyn Bryant Donham, at age 88, has died in hospice care. Now, Miss Donham, in case you don't know, is the woman that Chicago native in 1955, Emmitt Till, at age 14, supposedly had whistled at her, and she falsely accused him of being disrespectful in Mississippi, where this young man was beaten, killed, and had his body dumped into a river. Now, it's a story that was very prevalent in the 80s when I was coming up, and it would be brought up a few times a year, especially around Black History Month. So we wouldn't forget how far we came as people, you know, moving forward. And for some reason, they stopped that in Black History Month. They stopped showing it. What they did to this boy's face at that time was horrific and never seen anywhere. He's been in Time magazine. His mother's been in Time magazine. They just made the movie about Emmitt Till a couple years ago, called Till, T-I-L-L, which I seen, and it was a very good movie. It was very riveting. It was very moving. And it just reminds me of how, you know, under scrutiny, us as a Black community a long time ago, with all of the things we faced as a people, how far we've come and how much further we have to go. Let me play this news excerpt real quick. It's about 50 seconds. Give you a brief background of who this woman was, and then I'll come back and talk for a little bit. Hit it.
White woman who accused 14-year-old Emmitt Till of whistling at her and making sexual advances has died. Those claims made by Carolyn Bryant Donham led to Till's kidnapping and gruesome murder in 1955. A coroner's office in Louisiana says that she died in hospice care Tuesday night after suffering from cancer. She was 88 years old. Till's kidnapper and murderer became, well, his murder and the kidnapping became a catalyst, as you know, for the civil rights movement when his mother, Mamie Till Mobley, insisted on an open casket funeral after his brutalized body was pulled from that river in Mississippi. Donham had long insisted that she bore no responsibility for Till's murder, but civil rights activists and others called for her prosecution, accusing her of targeting Till.
There you have it, guys. Carolyn Bryant Donham is gone. A lot of people out there are rejoicing. Yay! That's what she get. Finally, Emmitt Till's soul can rest. Can it now? That's why I wanted to do this video, because you know how I am on this channel. I'm going to be dead honest with you. You know, this woman dying. Yeah, it's sad. But what's sadder is she died without facing justice. And that's the big thing. See, death is a part of life. I don't know if it's an end journey going on to somewhere else, or it's just the end journey, period. Nobody knows. But the bottom line is she got the chance to get there, whereas he did not. See, now we in different days and times, and some things that were allowed back then are not allowed now. I mean, so, yeah. And with that being said, she wrongly accused the man. Now, the thing that makes me mad about this whole situation is when the movie Till came out, it was like a whole different audience was brought to the focus of this. But the bottom line is this box office movie that came out, a lot of people, it's the first time they ever heard of it as Black. When I was young, everybody Black knew about Emmitt Till and they knew his story. You see how disconnected we are? And it came out with the movie again. And now it has a whole new awakening of people. But I seen something that really made me mad that I never addressed. And I thought it was corny as hell. And the video's on YouTube somewhere. This lady, Carolyn Bryant Donham, has been in public forever. Right? She's faced scrutiny from not only black folk, but white folk too. Because what a lot of people don't understand and a lot of people don't realize, a lot of stuff in the black community affects other people of color because they look at it as, hey, this is a stain against us, and not all of us are like that. Think about it. I want you to really open your eyes and look. Look at these protests right now that you see about injustice against black folk. You'll look out there, sometimes you'll see more white people or more people, other people out there of non-color than black people. Somebody tell me I'm lying. Was it Ralph Y'all? Did you see the Ralph Y'all demonstration when the people was around the house? Who'd you see? It wasn't a lot of people that looked like us out there. Times have changed. Principles have changed. Upbringings have changed. What I said what made me upset, when the movie Till came out, and this video's on YouTube somewhere, here comes some black activists and all this other stuff running up to the house with rifles and guns, and a police barricade is at the house. They having a standoff with the police, or a so-called standoff with the police. They got a megaphone, they talking, telling her to come out the house. That lady like 90 years old, why she gonna come out the damn house? You can't hide forever. It took that movie to make that, make everybody upset like that. That's the thing. It's like things come and go like a season. Unless we reminded of something that aggravates us or something that we should be conscious to teach our children's children to have a sense of pride of who we are and the way we going right now, leading to our own self-destruction as a community, we don't do it. I looked at the video when I seen the people doing that. I'm like, yo, y'all look dumb. You're going to leave? Go on. And you're not, that's all that stuff is just for publicity to act like y'all are uproared and y'all going to do nothing. Well, nothing going to happen, man. It was like a million guns out there. But I mean, that's not about this. That's what not this video about. I just brought that up to just say like the silly stuff. It's like a pattern when it's like people act like they want to fight for justice. It's like a certain type of pattern. Another thing, you can't celebrate. Nobody can celebrate and get happy that this woman died because she got to live a full life out, like I said. And they wouldn't accord Emmitt Till unless black folk helped them. And it goes with a lot of stuff. Situation with King. Had people infiltrate. They get the weakest person and then they get close. Same thing with Malcolm X. Pick a weak link and get close. Catch you doing some crazy stuff, offer you a deal, and make you turn your back on somebody else. That's the thing. We got to be better. They would have never got that boy if black folk didn't help. You don't believe me? Go look at the movie. Look at the transcripts of what happened a long time ago. The guy had money. People worked for him. He used them. So Till to his property. Paid people to beat him up. Doing like that. A 14-year-old boy. Now I'm going to tell you something that's bullshit about this. Back in the day, we had what? Respect for elders. And we also had what? Principles. Morals. Now, Till went down there. Yeah, he was from the big city and everything was slow because he was in Mississippi. You know, people didn't move as fast as they did in the big city in Chi-Town. But I mean, that right there, I'm sure he got corrected on the spot when that happened. You understand what I'm saying? And though he made a fatal mistake, it was still childish banter. He meant no harm. She knew that. But her embarrassment of him saying that to her pissed her off to where she felt as though, you know what? I'll show you. I'll show all of you. You don't say anything to me because of how they looked at black folk at that time. And I'm not being racist, just facts. I'm going to say something on here that might rub a lot of people the wrong way, but I got to say this. The Jews had the Holocaust, right? And this is not anti-Semitic, I want you to hear me. The Jews had the Holocaust. After that was over, they came to a collective. We will never let anything like this happen to us again. And I give them respect for that. American history, American slavery. That was our Holocaust. We need to learn from that. We need to teach in our households that we are more than what happened to us. We should be just as competitive and contributors to America as anybody else, because we helped build it and it's our country too. I've been in the military. I love America. You know what I'm saying? I like being in the military. I like serving my country. Yeah, I said it, my country. I've been on I've been from every edge of the spectrum. I've been around people of the white is white and people around the dark is dark. I've been around the most intelligent and the most ignorant. But it all comes down to one thing common. People want respect. We need to respect ourselves. We need to respect those that came before us. Learn from those who came before us. People were wiser back then than they are right now. As a social group, we're running backwards or running in place. They had it harder than we did now. You can go to Barnes and Nobles, any bookstore, a public library, and pick up a book that will change your life. But none of us seem to read no more. Everything is on a phone or on a video, a music video, something. It's like all we want to do is play all day and just be left alone to where we can't be told what to do. There was a cartoon when I was young about the ant and the grasshopper. You can find it on YouTube, right? And I'm not going to get into it, but I mean, it has a lot to do with a lot of silliness that is out there in the world today. And when you see how the grasshopper acts, it refers to the ants because it's a cartoon that tells a story at the end. I mean, it's supposed to have a meaning. And when you see the grasshopper, a lot of us can see that it's a person that reminds you of that. And that's messed up. But I wanted to bring that up just to say this. I love everybody. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not tied to just any one social group, because this channel right here is a mashup of every race and color. You understand what I'm saying? Her dying, I mean, besides the historical significance of it, is nothing. You know what I mean? People die every day. But the fact that she died, and I want to say this too. Everybody, a lot of times we come with ignorant minds. That lady was on her deathbed, right? She was in hospice. Everybody knew who this woman was, not just black folk. If Carolyn Bryant Donham was next to me before she died, I would not know who she is. So that right there tells me of the communal significance, the racial significance of her in the black community. She's not that important. You understand what I'm saying? So it's sad that she never came to justice. And that's the main thing. She never came to justice. But I think that burden that she carried, you know, because people in that town would know who she was. And I guarantee you, white folks, black folks, and brown folks that know her know of her. So she had to carry that around with her. And I'm not shooting her no bail. But I just think that honestly, with the way times have changed from 1955 to now, she carried a lot of guilt. And I think it was bothering her. I mean, because she's a human being. But I mean, that's just me. But guys, listen. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Guys, I had to be honest. I'm not going to get on here and be like, rah, she's dead good. What do I get out of that? If she really affected my life and made me that upset, I would have went and did something to her. And then I don't get nothing off of attacking an 88-year-old lady. or an 80-something-year-old lady after the, listen, if the family don't act up, you don't act up. So all of that standing off with the police in that video, I mean, that was a stupid video. Listen, all right. As always, guys, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Carolyn Bryant Donham is dead. I hope her death doesn't signify the death of the story of Emmitt Till, because it needs to be told by all races of people, because this messed up. We need to come together as a collective, as a community, and as people, period. There are boundaries. Everybody respects everybody's boundaries, but I mean, us in the Black community, we got a lot of work to do. We do. We got a lot of work to do, and nobody calls this out. We need to stop pointing the finger at everybody else for everything wrong with us, when some of it is a reflection of where we are and what we refuse to listen and learn from. I'll see you guys in the next video. As always, take care.